Sup, tubers?
This is Daniel, and today I'm going to be playing with War Thunder, which is a MMORPG airplane combat simulator thing. I haven't really gotten really deep into the game yet, so it's not really a review about the game, but they do support Oculus Rift, and so being someone who's played a lot of flight simulators, FSX and X-Plane and A10 Warthog stuff, I just felt like, okay, this is definitely something I want to try, and it is totally fucking badass. So I just wanted to play through the game and just give you a sense of my thoughts that I have. It's not actually a first impressions because I've already played it, but I'll just go through it and tell you what I'm thinking. So I'm pretty tricked out here. I've got the Cytec X52 game controller, which is just a joystick with 3-axis control, a lot of buttons, and it's got a throttle component. So it's already set up pretty well here. And normally I play with TrackIR and simulators, and I thought that was very good. But when I tried the Oculus Rift, I was basically totally blown away by how cool it is. And so I'm just gonna fly my airplane and tell you what I think. Alright, so I am not actually going to play the game, and instead I'm just going to do a test flight with this airplane. Mostly because I'm terrible at this game, and I haven't really figured it out. But also the test flight give me a chance to just kind of fly around and talk about stuff. Alright, so I'm gonna kick it off. And by the way, for War Thunder, the orientation of the Oculus Rift is determined at the point in which you launch the game. And some games and some little demos, they reset the positional tracking when you start a map or start a level or something like that. So it's important to know when that actually happens so that you can make sure that you point the Rift in the right direction when you actually start it up. What it really should have is an intuitive way to reset the orientation by hitting a key or something like that. And maybe War Thunder has it, but I haven't figured it out. Alright, so here I am. I'm inside an airplane. I have to look around and figure out where my controls are. And I'll tell you, the first thing I noticed about the cockpit of this airplane is that it seems like it's too big. It seems like the control panel seems really far away. If I were to estimate based on the distance, I would say it was about like a meter and a half or something like that. But I did read on the forums that someone said maybe they did it on purpose so that you're not trying to constantly focus at infinity and then back very close and then infinity and then close, because it's just an eye strain. So perhaps it's a design decision. I don't really know. Yeah, I can do a cross check here. I can do a partial cross check. I can play with my ailerons. I can see them working, and it's really cool because I'm looking over to the right side of the plane. I can see my ailerons over here and over there. Okay, that works right. And then I can turn all the way around and check the elevator. Unfortunately, I can't see the rudder, so I can't actually check the rudder. So hopefully, the maintenance guys didn't screw it up, and then I don't die in a fiery crash because the rudder doesn't work. And then set my flaps. You can technically see it on the Rift. I'm not sure if it's going to show up in the video. But yeah, now I'm ready to take off this airplane here, which is basically like the shittiest airplane in this game. But I like it for the Rift because it's slow, and it's great for flying low to the ground and slow and just kind of enjoying the features of the Rift and enjoying the fact that you can't see very far in the Rift because the resolution is kind of low. So yeah, it's a good example. Alright, so I'm building up speed. I'm going to take off. Raise my flaps. And this thing doesn't even have retractable gear, so that's out of the question. And just immediately, this is just so incredible. When I fly over this thing here, there's the water, and then it's a nice feature of this particular simulator that you can see the ground underneath the water, so you can see the sea floor. And what's cool about it on the Rift is that the depth is different between the two. And so when you fly over it, and especially when you get in these nice cool banks right here, I'm going to go to the bank to the right. oh, it just looks so damn neat. I don't know, it's just really freaking cool. And the thing about flying in an airplane, especially if you're flying like sort of aerobatic moves, you know, even just this banking is a pretty dramatic thing to do in an airplane. But being able to just look and see exactly what you want to look at, it just feels so, oh shit, I don't want to crash into this. Oh, okay, alright. I don't know, it just feels really intuitive. And I've been playing flight simulators for a really long time. And with Track IR, just for example, which does track your head, but it is nothing like this. This is just so damn cool. There's just sort of a sort of spatial awareness that you get, which is basically unmatched by anything I've ever done with simulators. And I feel like I can get like really close to the water. You know, I know exactly how far away it is, and I'm not going to crash. I might stall, but it's really, really cool. And you know, I hope a lot of people get to experience this because it's really neat, and especially with the higher resolution Rift that comes out. That's going to make this experience a whole lot better because, to be totally honest, especially with simulators, it's important that you have high resolution so that you can... Wow. Holy crap. So that you can see things off in the distance. You know, of all the types of games, simulators, I'd say, are particularly sensitive to resolution. So what I'm going to try to do here is fly inside these hangars. And I tried to do this without the Rift, and it was actually pretty difficult. But with the Rift, it's like, I don't know, there's just a sense of space that's just not there without the Rift. And ooh, the only hard part is getting up fast enough to avoid that. And now I'm flying out over a town, and it's totally awesome. To me, this is just like a hint of how cool things are going to be, because, you know, like, these graphics are probably some of the best graphics I've seen in a sim. But, you know, it's pretty low resolution. But even with the low resolution, it's just a really cool feeling. You know, I don't know if you're into simulators or if you've watched videos of people flying simulators, but they do this thing where they kind of straighten out their view, and as they come around, they turn their head so they know exactly where they're at. Like, they keep their inner ear balance going, and you can totally do that with the Oculus Rift. It's just a whole different kind of experience. Seriously, one of my favorite things to do is just to look down at this water, because I do think it's amazing. Being able to see that second level of depth down there. And, you know, I just don't feel, oh shit, I might crash because I screw up and I don't look where I'm going, but I have a good feeling of how far away the water is, and so I'm not scared of crashing into it. And just generally speaking, I feel like I can do more complicated things. Just have a good sense of where the airplane is. I can look up when I'm in a turn like this and see where I'm headed. It probably looks completely stupid if you're looking at a video of me doing it with the Oculus Rift, but it feels really natural. You know, like if I was in an airplane, I think this is exactly what I'd be doing. I'd be like, oh, I'm looking over here, and you know, oh, bank left, boom. I don't know, you just lock it in. It's awesome. Little water tower there. All right, you know what? I'm gonna go fly through the hangars again, because that's the best. I've actually kind of lost track of where I am. All this talk of, you know, knowing where I am in space, but I actually don't know where I am right now. Oh, okay. I'm probably gonna stall in a second here too. Yeah. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll fly past one of the ships. The ships are really cool. Fly past them really fast, and it just looks really neat. And, you know, of course, none of this is coming across on a two-dimensional YouTube video with mostly just my dumbass face talking. But, I don't know, just wanted to kind of let you guys know what I was feeling and what it was like. And it is awesome! Alright. Oh, so cool. So cool, you guys. Flying past those ships. Because of the low resolution, you really lose a sense of realism and immersion past a certain distance. And I would say, like, past about 1,000 feet, things just really fall apart because it's just not high enough resolution. Resolution is spread out across your entire field of view. It may sound like a lot, but it's like looking at a CGA monitor or worse. But when you get close and resolution is not so much of a factor, it's just incredible. I wonder if I can land on that thing. Well, I know you can, but I wonder if I can land on it with the pressure. Alright, so I'm going to lower my flaps. I really doubt I'm going to be able to pull this off, but it's worth a shot. God, I'm probably not even going to clear this cliff. Alright, good. I can look over at the thing and figure out where I'm at and just dial it in. It's never been so easy to do a flight simulator and line yourself up for landings and... Oh shit. Oh, but I am losing speed. Keep it together. I've never actually done this, so hopefully it works. Oh my god! Oh, I think I missed the hook. I hit it, but I missed the hook. Alright, well, yeah, so it's really cool, and I highly recommend everyone checks out any kind of flight simulator with the Oculus Rift. And I can't not wait until it gets to a higher resolution so that I can actually see the aircraft carrier. It's really fun, and just, that's the future of, I don't even know if it's the future of gaming, it's just like the future of like immersive experiences, and whether or not it's gaming or some other kind of social experience you're having, or just maybe going into virtual realities that mimic real life. I don't know what it is, but this thing is boss. So, you know, whenever the commercial version comes out, buy it, because it is freaking sweet. And even the 1080p is not going to be high enough resolution, but it's pretty cool. So, till next time, tubers, keep it real.